Evening folks, evening, welcome back to the channel. So we're back tonight with the P1 race community, and we have got the GR4s back for you tonight. So it's GR3s one week, GR4s the next. This week we are in the GR4 458. So we've got the sprint races tonight in the GR4s. That consists of a 5-minute qualifying, 2 20-minute races. Race 2 is a reverse grid. Tyre wear is only set at ×1. Fuel wear is at, or fuel depletion is at ×1 as well. Mediums only available. Brake balance only. That's all they can use. ABS only assist allowed. That's the only one you're allowed. So yeah, sprint races tonight. So 5-minute qualifier followed by those 20-minute races. 2 of those. So let's have a look at points. Still leading the pack at the minute is DIA 3SP Mart with 137 points. Slowly catching up with him though is P1 Dylan with 114 points. Sitting just below the 100 mark is P1 Mocking Weeks with 99 points. Nipping his heels is Manny with 98 points. Got Obi-Wan with 97 points. Very close for third, fourth and fifth. Dizzy in 6th then with 73 points. And 70 points for Dazzler in 7th. It's Hoggy in 8th with 61 points. Joint 8th actually with Skippy also on 61. P1 Apache in 10th with 57 points. P1 Pilgrim in 11th with 21 points. And 12th is P1 Don with 13 points. So that's scores coming into tonight. Stickers still available, people. Hit me up at darksmoker@googlemail.com if you want any of those. Oh, I haven't got any t-shirts left. I don't know why I clicked that. Evening. How are we all doing? So, have we been given a time for... Let me turn the sound on, in fact. Boop. There we go. Always helps, doesn't it? Were we given a race start time? I don't think so. Not that I've seen anyway. So yeah, 20-minute races. Fuel consumption, tyre wear, both at ×1. Traction control prohibited. Yes, that's what we want to see. Should be good enough on this game now to drive without traction control. So just while we're hanging about, let's get a... Oh, that's not a very good camera angle, is it? Let's try and find a car closer to start finish. Okay, we're going with you, whoever you are. It is Apache. So into turn 1, big banked turn. Well, it's not, it's flat, but it's banked coming in, it's banked coming out. There's a bit of a compression on the way in and out. It can spin your car around. Turn 3, turn 4. Bit of an opportunity to overtake down here if you're pretty close coming out of that turn 4. Stick yourself onto that right hand side, get the inside line coming into this hairpin. Got to be careful though, it does come into a left here, which obviously you also need to be on the inside of, or ahead of your opponent at least. And tricky on this one, you might see 1 or 2 drivers carrying a little bit too much speed out of here, and Oh, crashing into the wall just like that. And then we are back onto start, finish straight. Full tilt all the way down here then. Not that Apache's given us full throttle. So he's just come out of the pits and gone straight back in the pits. Okay. So I think we're just about to start qualifying. There we go. Let's get that chat on, shall we? Just in case anyone's fancying a bit of a natter. So it is a short 5-minute qualifier, not the fastest, well, sorry, not the longest of qualifying sessions. There is that, you can see how much it unsettles the car coming in and out of there. Interesting. Come on, camera, do something. Oh, there we go. I was looking at a bit of the padding on the outside by the looks of it. Good looking livery. Oh, good looking liveries on the Ferraris. A little bit of a dent on the front of Skippy's now, unfortunately. Interesting place to get it wrong through there. They can only use the medium tyres as well, so obviously those medium tyres not as grippy, not as fast. Potentially just getting caught out on the medium tyre there, Skippy. Dizzy needs a bit of a clean. He's looking very dirty at the minute. Look at the state of that. Clean me, wash me. It needs a damn good going over, that does. Mart, interesting, his livery's not loaded tonight. He's usually in a blue and red flamey kind of livery. For some reason it's not showing up. P1 Apache. He's got it on the number plate. So out laps done then. Hot laps in progress. 2 minutes into qualifying. Obi-Wan leading us round. What have we got? 10 drivers on track tonight. Not the longest of circuits. It should make for some good racing tonight. Staying off the wall there then, Obi. Push to the line then. Let's see what the first of these hot lap times look like. 1 minute 13 on the out laps. So 1:14 on his hot lap. He's on pole for the time being, Obi. Manny's just come across the line, takes second. Again, these are just preliminary while qualifying's underway. 3 drivers left for first of the hot laps, and it is, after they all cross the line, it is DIA 3SP Mart that takes pole for the time being. 1:14.320. 71 thousandths quicker than Obi. Obi second then, currently. Manny third, Dazzler fourth, Dizzy fifth, Mockin in sixth. Got It's Hoggy in seventh, Pilgrim in eighth, Skippy ninth, and Apache in 10th. Oh no, we've got another spinner. Who's that? Oh, it's Obi. He's got that final corner wrong. And the camera... Oh no, who's that that's just spun out behind him? Who's that that's just spun out behind him? Come on. There it is. Oh, it was Skippy again. He's got rid of that front end damage. He's picked up rear end damage. Not going too well for Skippy tonight. Okay, let's see what Apache puts in. Okay, goes 8th. So 1 minute left of qualifying. Mark did just have pole position taken off him briefly there by Mocking Weeks, but then he's come through to stick another fast time in, a 1:13.894, full 10th quicker than Mocking Weeks. Obviously Obi having disaster on that last lap. Has that cost him? So 10 seconds, is it? Yeah, 10 seconds left. It's going to be qualifying over when they cross the line. It's Hoggy. He's going to be the first man to do it. Goes fifth. See what happens though when everybody else crosses the line. Somebody's in the pits. Dizzy warming the tyres up, not bothered about this last lap. Mart still on pole. He is. I think that is it. Everybody across the line. So it is Mart on pole. Mocking Weeks into second. Manny taking third. Obi getting pushed down another spot there. Let's just have a look at those results. There he is, Mart on pole. You can see his livery there, look. Mocking Weeks in second, Manny third, Obi getting pushed down to fourth. It's Hoggy in fifth, Dazzler sixth, P1 Dizzy in seventh, P1 Apache in eighth, Pilgrim ninth, and Skippy 10th. So that's race order for race one. Again, race two is going to be reverse grid, so all depends on what happens in race one. Who's messaging me in the middle of a stream? How dare you? Yeah, it wasn't lying. It was there 1.5 seconds across the board, just over. Just wait for race one to kick off then. I can't see us getting into too much trouble around turn one. They should still sort of be in order going around turn one. Turns 2, 3, that's where it could get a little bit tricky. Two minutes. Daz has got to go and relieve himself, apparently. So we just hang up. Be careful. Turn two. There you go. It normally kills. Yeah, there's turn one. It is almost turn two as well, but I don't really class it as turn two. A little red dot on screen going around the track, that's turn one. That's what I class turn one. Then turn two now, a little bit of a kink. Turn three. Turn four is a bit tricky as well, but yeah, turn two, I think you carry an awful lot of speed out of turn one, and they're still going to be pretty bunched together, and there's always drivers looking for an opportunity around the outside and things like that, and it can get a little bit chaotic. Drivers ending up on the grass on the outside of that turn, and well, if they start spinning round, it can cause all sorts of chaos. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's all clean. So just hang about and wait then. Yeah. Yeah, turn two could be tricky. Again, turn one, they should still be in reasonable order coming into that. But here we go. Come on. Come on. Okay, Mart on pole then. 10 drivers on track for race one. Lights go on then. Engines at full rev. No false starts. Good start by Mark. Starts pulling away already. Locking Weeks peels across the track, trying to block off the attack from Manny to take second place off him. On board with race leader. Just keep an eye on this next turn coming up. I might see cars going all over the place through here. Hopefully not. Turn 2, turn 3, into turn 4. Can be another tricky corner, that one. Everybody through there cleanly then. Great work. Down towards the hairpin. Mark still leading. Mocking still second. Manny third. Obi in fourth. Lines through there for some drivers. Some drivers opting to catch the apex on the first part of that double right-hander, double left-hander. Mark keeps it out the wall. He's got half a second on Mockin, 0.6 of a second. They will still pick up a toe off him. They are already a fair distance back. So Mark leads then at the end of lap 1. Mockin Weeks in second. Again, just under 0.6 behind Mark. Manny in third. Obi-Wan in fourth. He's going for a little dive up the inside there. Just put the willies up, put Manny there. Just maybe make him have a little bit of a mistake. Not just yet. Top 4 starting to pull a little bit of a gap then from Dazzler in 5th. It's Hoggy 6th, Dizzy in 7th, Pilgrim in 8th, Apache 9th. And Skippy a little bit off the pack at the minute in 10th. No damage on that car, but it might have repaired itself. Hopefully he's doing alright. Back to the front then. Mark still leading. Gap still around the 0.6 mark. Opens up another 10th there as well. Slowly pulling away here then, Mark, if he can break that toe. Be a battle for second between Mockin, Manny and Obi. Obi getting very close now. Stays high this time. Carries a little bit more speed into turn 1. Gets a bit of a drift on. Does carry good speed though right on the tail of Manny coming out of turn 1. A little bit of an inside line coming into turn 2. He sees that. A little bit of contact between the two of them. Bumper to bumper then on the run down towards the hairpin. Let's jump on with Manny. He backs off. He could have late braked into the hairpin there, but it could have cost them both the race. A little bit of contact coming into that corner. The battle between these two is just allowing Mockin and Mark to slowly disappear at the minute. There they are, just starting to pull away from Obi. Apache tucked right under the rear wing of Obi coming through that final corner. Can he get the run back on Obi? No, Obi's actually got a better exit out of that corner. But the top two pulling a massive gap now. So it's still 0.5 of a second between first and second. But they have pulled a great big 2-second gap between Obi and Manny. Mockin carrying good speed through turn 1, right on the heels of Mark coming out of turn 1 into turn 2. Flip to the wrong driver. Oh, there's that stupid camera angle again. What's it doing? What's it looking at? Don't even get it, PlayStation. Into the hairpin. Mockin a little bit closer now. On the rear end of Mark coming into this double left-hander. Mark's got to give him the space. Mockin through to the lead of the race then. Can Mark retake that off him? Both drivers keep it out of the wall there. Distant second, still bumper to bumper, then heading back onto the start-finish straight. Obi in third has managed to pull a little bit of a gap from Manny now. It's not enough to break the full toe. He is a little way up the track. Manny has also got about 0.8 to Dazzler behind. Dizzy having a little look at him just as they come up to the, or just come across the start-finish line. Inside line for him, coming through turn one. Still side by side between those two. He's left the door open. It's Hoggy, sees that. Dazzler can't do anything. Oh no, Dizzy! He's gone a little bit too wide through there. We'll give him 360 cam. Yeah, he's gone too wide through there. Oh, a little bit of contact between Dazzler and Hoggy. Now we've got Pilgrim hot on the heels as well as Apache. Four-way battle happening here now. Yeah, tiny bit of contact. Well, sorry, not a tiny bit of contact. There was a tiny bit of contact, but that wasn't the issue for Apache spinning out. He just went a little bit wide. Sorry, Dizzy spinning out. Whoa, there was contact there though. Dazzler gets pinned by Pilgrim into the wall almost. There's been a nudge coming around that final corner. Skippy through to 9th, then he's managed to get his way past Diz with that little accident. That car, no damage on it, so he can get himself back up to full race pace. Unfortunately, he's at the back of the pack now. 6.5 minutes in to race one here. Okay, I've missed the manoeuvre to retake P1 for Mark, possibly down that start-finish straight. What is going on with that camera angle? Absolutely bonkers. So Mark back into the lead, then Mockin still second. There's still 2.2 seconds gap between these two and third. Obi-Wan holding on to that. Manny in fourth, still trying to close that gap back up on him. It's Hoggy through to fifth then. Apache sixth. Pilgrim seventh. Dazzler in eighth. Skippy 9th, he has closed that gap up a little bit, as has Dizzy. Now what's going to happen back at the front? Mart and Mockin still pretty close, just quarter of a second in it between them. Mockin not close enough to go for a move into turn one on this particular occasion. Speed through there, Mockin closes up on Mark coming into turn 4. Oh, got to be careful. That's exactly where Dizzy went wide. Stuck a wheel on the grass and around he went. Mark gets a bit of a swap on then, manages to pick it up though. Mockin put him under a bit of pressure here, sticking right to the rear end of the P1 driver. Corners cost him a little bit. Got a little bit squirrely on the way in. Opens that gap up to about half a second again between him and Mart. There's the gap back to Obi. I think there's a good battle going on there as well. Not quite. I thought Manny was a little bit closer than he is, but it's still only 0.6 between these two as well. Back, big old gap back to It's Hoggy now. 3.5 seconds back to 5th place. Hoggy having a little race of his own at the minute, just coming up to the halfway point of race one. Pilgrim in 6th then, being harassed by Apache. Dazzler slowly closing back up on those two. Oh, massively closing up on those two now. Just 0.6 of a second, 0.5 of a second as we head down towards the hairpin. Quite a wide entrance in there for Pilgrim. There's Dazzler hot on their heels. Dizzy not too far off. He's managed to get his way past Skippy. Now can Dazzler use the slipstream, get past the pair of them. Needs a good exit out of here. Pretty good. All three of them still about the same gaps as they were. Get in the slipstream, Dazzler. Get in the slipstream. Pretty much staying the same. Oh, Apache having a little look at Pilgrim into turn one. Blocks Apache's move up the inside there. That does allow Dazzler to get a little bit closer again. Again, Pilgrim thinking about going defensive into turn two. Apache taking the wider line. Trying to carry more speed through. Dazzler's caught back up with them then now. Apache having to go a little bit defensive into the hairpin now this time. Dazzler all over the back of Apache. Apache's all over the back of Pilgrim. Great three-way fight here. To the wall for Apache. Dazzler moves to the outside. No, he doesn't. He gives Apache a little nudge, using that bump draft to keep him closing up on Pilgrim. A little mistake from Apache there. Okay, 11.5 minutes in. Let's have a flick through the order. It is Mart still leading. Look at this, mocking all over his rear end still. These two. Oh, he's up the inside through there. He's carried good speed through. Awesome bit of racing between the top two. Oh, we've missed the move for third as well. Manny's managed to close the gap up and get past Obi. I wonder if there's a little mistake from Obi. As I say that, he sticks the foot on the brake. I think maybe both feet on the brakes. That Ferrari fully locked up coming into the hairpin. Around it went, unfortunately, and he loses another position. It's Hoggy gets past him. Disaster for Obi-Wan at the minute, losing 2 positions in as many, well, in a lap, I think. Can he gain any of those positions back? Pilgrim, Apache, Dazzler still pretty close. Those gaps have opened up a little bit. Dizzy in 9th. He's also closing up on that 3 in front. Skippy's fallen off the pace a fair bit now, 8.2 seconds behind. Interested to see if Dizzy can get himself involved in that fight before the end of the race. What are we, 13 minutes in? 7 minutes remaining. Oh, absolutely drifting that Ferrari in there, carrying masses of speed. It's kicking off in front as well. Dazzler having a go to Apache. Oh! Stupid camera angle. So, what's going on with these camera angles? I'm not sure what happened there. Obviously the camera went into a dark place. Yeah. Apache got something wrong. Dazzler was all over the back of him, but oh no, Dazzler's run himself off track now. These slow, dirty tyres coming into this last corner. It's going to be careful. Yeah, contact with the wall. That was bound to happen. Just those little mistakes has allowed Dizzy to close that gap back up. He's overtaken Dazzler with that little mistake. He's hot on the heels of Apache as well. But we see a move into turn 1. Not close enough. Apache gets a little bit loose through there. Dizzy holds that inside line. Can he carry the speed out? Get next to Apache before turn 2? No, he can't. He gets loose through there as well, though, Apache. Oh. Almost clearing each other up through there. Missed another overtake for race lead. It's Mockin back into the lead of the race. Mart second again. No damage on Mart's car, so just a little mistake somewhere. That top position swapped a few times in race 1 tonight, and Can Mark close that gap back up? That gap is increasing. He's falling slowly out of the slipstream range. It's teetering, 0.9 of a second. It's over a second now. Can Mark get that time back down? If Mocking Weeks just keeps putting in good laps. No toe for Marks. Could be in the bag for Mocking Weeks. Let's see, Manny still holding that third then, comfortably. It's Hoggy in fourth. Obi-Wan's not been able to close that gap up on him. One or two mistakes from Obi tonight. Pilgrim in sixth. Apache and Dizzy bumper to bumper then heading down towards the hairpin. Again, different lines into that turn for some of these drivers. Some drivers opted to go wide in. Some drivers opted to go tight in and just hook the apex on the way round. Doesn't seem to make that much difference. Almost onto the back of those boys. Skippy falls another second down, unfortunately, in the 10th place shiny car. Oh, stupid camera. It's looking better and better for Mockin. Coming up to the 17-minute mark here. 3 minutes remaining, just over. Mockin, that time yo-yoing just in and out of that slipstream range. Oh, Mark has another little loose minute through there. Gap staying just about a second. Manny kind of on his own. It's Huggy kind of on his own. Obi kind of on his own. This is where the battles start hotting up. Look at this. Pilgrim must have made a mistake somewhere. Dizzy and Apache are right on his tail. Dazzler in tow as well. These four could end up back together before the end of this race, having a bit of a ding-dong. Oh, I think Apache's just run into the wall there. Where's he gone? He has. Slowed him down on the exit of that final corner. Dazzler's able to fire his way through into 8th. Apache drops to 9th. Now can they close up on Dizzy and Pilgrim in front? Dizzy getting a little bit closer to Pilgrim. Can he get that position before the end of the race? Stupid camera. Race leaders then. Mockin still has that top spot. Does just break the toe as they hit this start finish straight. A minute and a half remaining. Slowly opening, 1.2 seconds then for Mockin. Can Mark close that gap back up? Again, 1.3 seconds now. It's getting slightly bigger. It's going to take a little mistake, I think, or an absolute blinding lap from Martin to get him back on the tail of Mockin. Again, Manny comfortable in 3rd. It's Hoggy comfortable in 4th. Same for Obi in 5th. Again, this is where the battles are really hotting up here. 6th and 7th, 8th and 9th. Oh, have I just seen someone go ploughing off? I have. Dazzler! Oh, I think him and Apache have had a little bit of a coming together. Hence why Apache's backed off the throttle. Allowed Dazzler back through. Again, good bit of sportsmanship there. It does, you know, obviously Dazzler's been pinned into the wall, so his race has been affected. Apache caused it, and unfortunately it's affected his race as well, but it kind of helps promote cleaner racing. So this is it then. 20 minutes is done. Mockin across the line, Mart across the line, Manny crosses the line. It's Hoggy is the first person to take a place, and he comes home in 4th. Obi takes 5th. Dizzy past Pilgrim in the end, comes home in 6th position. Pilgrim 7th. He was looking pretty dangerous. Dazzler comes home in 8th. Apache takes 9th. Skippy coming up to the line, he will take 10th. Backwards. And it's in the bag for Mocking Weeks at the minute, bar any mistakes. 2.3 seconds gap now. There's no way, not without Mocking Weeks spinning round in the next one corner. He's taking the win. Mark's going to have to settle for 2nd, and Manny will take 3rd. He'll be happy with that, I'm sure. But that's it. Mocking through that final turn cleanly as well, just a stab down towards the line now. Yellow flags are out, not sure why. There he is across the line then to take the win. Mark comes home backwards for 2nd, and Manny also backwards across the line for 3rd. Gets the full 360 going on as well. Fair play. There we go. Race 1 in the bag. Mocking on top spot. Decent win. Real good battle between Mart and Mocking throughout that race. Just fell off the slipstream. Just fell away at the end for Mart. Those last, what, 4 minutes? Something like that. But yeah, real good race between those two throughout. So there we go. Race 1 done. We'll have a couple of minutes break, and then we jump into race 2, which is going to be reverse grid from these results. So there it is. Mocking on that top spot. Mart 2nd, Manny 3rd. It's Hoggy 4th. Obi in 5th. Dizzy 6th. Pilgrim 7th. Dazzler 8th. Apache 9th, and Skippy in 10th. Okay, 21:43, so 6 minutes. You've got to wait until race 2. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, I suppose. Yes, I can imagine Mart and Mocking both really enjoyed that. Again, it's you know, it's mega stressful having somebody up your chuff for you know, an entire race. But if you can both drive it cleanly, I've said it before, it doesn't matter what position you're in, whether you're last, first, in the middle of the pack, you and another driver get into a real good fight, clean fight. It doesn't matter where you are on track. Racing is racing at the end of the day. There we go. Obi just saying he was braking on the grass. That's what caused him to spin around. I think that's it's a little bit wide at the hairpin coming into that, and just nipped his wheel on the grass as he was under braking. Around that Ferrari went. That's what we saw as he was going pirouetting towards the hairpin. Drivers sound like they're already getting themselves out on track in readiness for race 2. Should be good. So now they've got reverse grid. They've got to try and get through the pack without causing chaos. And the drivers at the front, obviously, again, have got to, you know, control their race. And if they see faster drivers coming through, defend as much as you can, but, you know, don't be blocking and things like that. So we wait. Thank you to the new subscribers. I've not figured out who you are yet. It's only just told me tonight. Let's have a look. Can I find that out? Boop, 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 boop. Does it tell me who you are? You'd have thought it'd been notifications, wouldn't you? Don't even know where to look. I'm looking at audience. Doesn't tell me. Oh, there we go. Is that it? No. I'll find out. I'll find out who you are. Why can't I click my profile or something? No. Can I do it there? No. God damn it. I'll figure it out. It usually pops up in the notifications to tell me who's subscribed, but unless they've kept it secret. Right, we are just around the corner from race 2, so same setup, medium tyres only, fuel and tyres at ×1. The only difference being a reverse grid. So fastest last for this one. We're about a minute away. Good luck coming in the chat then, that kind of gives us a bit of an inkling that we're about to start. Nope, not chat. Okay, here we go then. Rinse and repeat of race 1. Again, the only difference being drivers are back to front this time. Reverse grid from race 1 results. Lights go on then. Oh, I thought that was a false start by Obi. Not at all. He's absolutely smashed it. Let's see what happens coming into turn 1. It is Skippy that still leads. Oh, Dazzler. It's a little bit of a slip on there. Has a tiny bit of contact with Apache. Pushes him out wide. Pilgrim looking up the inside of Apache coming into turn 2. Apache's almost been left hung out to dry. Obi-Wan goes through. Dizzy goes through. Apache gets pushed down a couple more positions. Oh no, he's managed to retake that position back off of Dizzy. Let's go through the field then. So it is Skippy still leading. I'll say that as Dazzler sticks one up the inside of the hairpin, but he's carried too much speed through. Skippy retakes that position. Dazzler has to settle for second. Pilgrim into third then. Obi, great start from him into fourth. Apache fifth. Dizzy, he's cleaned his car. He's in sixth. Manny in seventh. Mockin in eighth. Mockin in ninth. Did I miss eighth out? What happened there? Martin 10th. His livery's loaded. So I wonder if his livery's loaded and Dizzy's hasn't this time. Mockin goes up the inside. It's going to be 4 wide coming into turn 1. A little bit of bumping and a barging going on through there. Everyone just looking for a position. Oh, Mart up the inside of it's Hoggy. Don't think he's going to be able to carry the speed. No, he's not, down towards that corner there. And it is still Skippy leading. Pilgrim had just taken second place, but Dazzler came back to have a go at him. Took it back at the hairpin, side by side with Obi now coming through. Come on, give me a better camera angle. Coming through that double apex left-hander. Obi slots his way into third then. Pilgrim gets dropped to fourth. Dizzy washed his car in the brake. He's now fifth. Look at the gap Skippy's got already, 1.9 seconds. So Skippy leads then. Dazzler second, Obi third, Pilgrim fourth, Dizzy in fifth. Oof, Pilgrim just fired his way up the inside. Has he managed to take that position off of Obi? Side by side still through there. Stupid camera making us lose. Oh my god, come on. No, Dazzler, he's carried far too much speed through turn 3. Around he goes, turn 4, sorry. And into the wall with rear end damage. Is he at the back of the pack? Not quite. Apache's a long way off the pack at the moment. He's been into the wall somewhere as well. Picked a bit of front end damage up. Didn't see that. Skippy continues to stomp it around here. 3 seconds lead now from Pilgrim. The battle for second, I think, is slowing them all down a little bit. Pilgrim second then, Obi third, Dizzy fourth, Mockin in fifth, Art in sixth, it's Hoggy seventh, Manny in eighth, Dazzler ninth, car repaired. Apache, he's been into the wall again coming out of that final turn. He's picked up more front end damage. 5.3 seconds off the field at the minute. Skippy's having a whale of a time at the minute. I wonder from down under. First place, 3.1 seconds lead. He's kicked off a little bit behind as well. Obi has managed to take second position off of Pilgrim. Coming down that start finish straight using the slipstream. Four-way battle. Let's get on board with Mocking Weeks. Mart and It's Hoggy are slowly closing up on this pile of 4 drivers here. Everybody cleanly through that final corner, looking for the slipstream. Obi peels over to the left hand side, drops the toe for those drivers behind. Slowly peels back onto the racing line before turn 1. Dizzy goes wide through there. A little bit of slippage on those tyres. Mockin, he's got his wing up the inside. Takes it but carries too much speed through. Dizzy comes back to take that position. Mart and It's Hoggy now bolted onto his rear end. Mockin just giving his tyres a scrub there. That's what the wobbling is about. Get the tyres clean before they come into the hairpin. Still kicking off for second there, Pilgrim and Obi-Wan. Still pretty close. Dizzy and Mockin getting themselves back into this fight. But look at this, Mart and It's Hoggy bolted onto the back end. 6-way fight here then. All picking up a slipstream as long as they don't stack it into this wall. Manny then 2 seconds off that pile in front. Dazzler another 1.5 seconds behind him. I think Apache is losing more time here. 6.2 seconds, but no damage on the car this time. He's managed to get through there cleanly. Now Skippy's lead starting to fall a little bit now. Obi-Wan's the chase car. That gap down to 2.2 seconds. We are almost at the 7-minute mark, so about a third of the way through. Skippy has led from the start so far. sorry, I forgot. It's Pilgrim now causing a little bit of a tailback. Oh, he's just clipped the wall through there as well. I think that's just cost Dizzy a position. I think he's ended up just nudging into the back of Pilgrim there. I mean, both drivers will have been running a little bit slow coming out of that turn, but Dizzy's was due to the fact that Pilgrim hit the wall. Dizzy had a little front end shunt with him, which slowed him down, allowed Mocking Weeks to get past, brought Mart right under his rear wing as well. It's Huggy still right there, 2. Good 5-way battle then for third at the minute. Let's see what the gap's like up front. Oh, coming down massively now. Skippy still leading, but that 2.2 second gap down to 1.4 seconds. Obi's not messing about in race 2. Whoa, it's absolute chaos coming into the hairpin. Dizzy Mocking side by side. Pilgrim is a little bit heavy on the brakes, gets a bit sideways coming through there. He has to wait for everybody to come past before getting back onto the track safely. Unfortunately goes from 3rd to 8th. It's all change. Dizzy into 3rd, then Mocking 4th, Mart in 5th. It's Hoggy 6th now. Manny through to 7th. Pilgrim back up to race pace in 8th. Got Dazzler for company now as well. Apache 9.5 seconds off the pace. That gap coming down rapidly then. Obi chasing down that lead car. Oh, stupid camera. .5 of a second behind him now then. Close enough he'll be able to get a move on the start finish straight. Still at 0.6. That's, although that doesn't seem like a lot, this start finish straight doesn't really. It's bizarre. You would expect them to close the gap down massively, but it doesn't come down as quickly as you'd think down here. Maybe it's turbulence from the overhead planes, who knows. Starts to close the gap up a little tiny bit before they have to back off the throttle coming into turn 1. Skippy's gone a bit wide through there. Obi carries good speed on the way out. Look at this, all over the back end of the race leader at the minute. Doesn't go for the move into turn 2. That's a good bit of racecraft from him. He could have gone for the position, but it could have compromised both of their races. He's going to have to wait for that start finish straight again, I think. So Dizzy still leads. Mart's managed to get himself through to 4th. Mocking Weeks in 5th. Catch Mark getting a little wobble coming out of that hairpin almost every time. Mocking Weeks is on the grass. Oh my god, it's Hoggy's on the grass. Oh, around that Ferrari goes. Into the wall while he stays out of the way of Pilgrim, but that Ferrari now front and rear end damage. It's going to be running a little bit slow. Well, that self repairs itself. I don't know, nanotechnology or something. Dazzler might have a little go at him then. He'll, again, it's Hoggy will still be running slow with that damaged aero, etc. He's a little bit defensive to try and hold on to that position from Dazzler. I think Dazzler's just carrying more speed, already past him. It's Hoggy get that position back. The car now self-repaired. He's back up to full race pace. Work to do now then. Apache now only 4.4 seconds behind It's Hoggy. So a little bit of hope for somebody to get involved with in terms of a fight. Oh, Skippy. Skippy's had a tragedy. Obi's through to P1, Mart in P2, Dizzy P3, Manny in P4, Mocky Weeks has had another moment somewhere. Skippy has dropped from race lead, potentially second if Obi-Wan had already overtaken him, down to 6th. So I wonder if he was just put offline a little bit with an attack from Obi. Not saying there was contact, but maybe just off the racing line for Skippy. Tried to take a turn somewhere and got it a little bit squirrely, but he's lost an awful lot of positions. Down to 6th at the minute. So Obi leads then. What's the gap? 2.1 seconds from Mart. Dizzy. Oh, stupid camera. That's really winding me up, that is. Dizzy right on the rear end of Mart, coming down towards the hairpin. So you can have a go back. Not this time. Maybe these two working together. Try and close that gap up on Obi before the end of this race. 13 minutes in. Again, Mark gets a little wobble on coming out of the hairpin. Dizzy tries to stick a wing up the inside coming out of there. Let's see now. Do they work together, or does Dizzy go for the overtake? No, they're working together for the time being. They are just working together, trying to close that gap back up on Obi-Wan in front. So the gap from 2.1, it's not getting any smaller, 2.3 seconds. He's putting in some proper laps at the minute. 2.6 seconds now the gap. He's decided, I want the race win tonight. No messing about. Let's put that hammer down. Oh, Dizzy having a go at Mark coming into the hairpin. Not quite able to stick it up the inside for him though. Mark onto the grass on the exit of that corner. Dizzy looking dangerous. Again, finally washed his car though in the break. That was nice of him. Has another little look at Mark then coming into that final corner. Now, can he get the position this time? Does he go for the position? Or will they work together again? Mark goes low, Dizzy goes high, side by side as they come across the line. Have they got windows down? Are they having a chat? Still side by side coming through turn 1. Who's going to come out on top with this one? Dizzy just carries a little bit more speed around the outside, squeezes his way through into 3rd. Great move by him. Mark drops to 4th then. Manny still 5th. Mockin still trying to get that position back off of him. Sorry, Manny in 4th. Mockin 5th. Pilgrim 6th, having a little race of his own at the minute. Dazzler 7th. It's Hoggy in 8th. Skippy down to 9th now. Apache getting a little bit closer to him if that camera ever works. Look at this, Obi really isn't messing about now. 3.6 seconds lead. A little bit of a fight for second has cost them a bit of time. Has allowed Obi to escape a little bit. Can Mark close that gap back up on Dizzy? Again, coming down. Same for the gap between Manny and Mockin Weeks, but neither driver going to be able to go for a move into turn 1. Not close enough. You've literally got to be on the back bumper, about 1/4 of a second behind the driver in front, coming out of that final turn. I think any more than that, about 0.4, and you'll only just about get next to them coming into turn 1. Stupid camera angle again. Look, what's that all about? Dizzy, no, Manny. Oh, Manny, he's just done a Dizzy. That's about. Well, that's what I was going to say. He's going to have dirty tyres. He's off the racing line. That's all right. These drivers can carry on putting the hammer down. He can get himself back up to race pace as quickly as he possibly can. drama here at Blue Moon Bay. Positions swapping all over the place. 2.5 minutes of racing remaining then. Obi leads 3.8 seconds. Dizzy in second place. Mart in third. About a second behind him now. Mocking Weeks back up into fourth with the departure of Manny. Pilgrim fifth. It's Hoggy in sixth. Manny seventh. Dazzler eighth. It's been on and off for Dazzler tonight. He's had some good moments and some terrible moments. So look, great bit of racing from him there, and then in a couple of corners time something happens. Just carries a little bit too much speed through there. Manny comes back through to take that position off him. And it's on here then. Skippy in 9th, Apache in 10th. Still battles then. Looks like they're going to be all the way up to the line. Not for this man. He's looking very comfortable at the moment. So this is probably going to be last lap. Obi might squeeze one more out. But I think for these drivers, this is going to be last lap. Dizzy holds second then. Mart holds third. Mocking fourth. Pilgrim fifth. It's Hoggy hot on his heels though. Pilgrim goes a little bit defensive into turn one. It's Hoggy carries great speed through there. Tucks himself right under the rear wing of Pilgrim. That's the wrong driver. Oh, carries good speed on the way out as well. A little bit of a wayward exit coming out of there, but that's the nature of the turn. Going on from the flat to the banked. And I think these two are just a little bit too close together coming through there. Thought you had him there, it's Hoggy. Oh, he goes for a late break in, up the inside into the hairpin. Pilgrim cuts back across. Hits the apex, continues on. Right, let's have a look. Sorry, that's epilepsy inducing if ever I've seen it. Let's have a look then. Obi up to the line. Does he see another lap? 5, 3, 2, 1. Yes, he does. But Dizzy won't. He goes backwards across the line to take second. Mark comes home for third. Mockin takes fourth. That's the fastest I've ever seen a car spin around on GT. Pilgrim. Oh! No! It's Hoggy! It's Hoggy. Oh no. It's Hoggy. Just took the position off of Pilgrim, but he's got a 3-second penalty, so I don't think he's going to finish 5th. It was a great drag race to the line though between him and Pilgrim. Pilgrim takes 6th, Manny 7th, Dazzler 8th, Skippy 9th, and Apache in 10th. We'll just wait for this man to finish his glory lap. Corner done. Bothered about smashing into the wall now, Obi. Nobody's chasing you. Car can get repaired at the end of this lap. Leave it with the mechanics. There goes backwards as well. The drivers do like to rip a handbrake coming across the line. And there we go. Race 2 in the bag. Evening, Diz. How you doing, bro? There we go. Oh my god, look at the rear, look at the back end of his, oh my god, his overalls. Stop it. There he is then, Obi taking race 2 victory. So there's one for Mockin and one for Obi tonight. Be interested to see what that does to points next week. And there we go, that's it in the bag for tonight. 2 races done and dusted. So we're back next week in the GT3, so that's obviously slightly faster, more aero, that sort of thing. And we go back to the endurance race for GT3s. No problem, gents. So that's what we've got coming up next week, back in the GT3s, like I say. But before that, on Saturday, we've got the next instalment of the Just for Fun Driving Club. So that's Nordschleife races, GT3 class cars, 3-lap races usually. Sometimes they change it up and have 5 laps and things like that. But there's usually a bit of weather involved and different track times and things like that. So it's usually a bit of good racing, if you can find the right drivers to race with. But yeah, it's pretty good. That is Saturday night at 8 o'clock, and then back with the next round of this on Sunday night at 9 o'clock. That's what we've got coming up for you lot. Make sure you've liked and commented and subscribed and all that sort of stuff. Comment during the lives helps. Comments afterwards always help as well. If you do make it to the end of the live stream, chuck a 26 in the chat. How about that? Or in the end of the video, if you watch the whole thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me tonight, people. Again, I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, like, comment, subscribe, that sort of stuff. Share it out. But most of all, what I want you to do is tell your mums and tell your mates. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.